Hello and welcome back to my channel and to the June and July vlog. Today we are in Dunkeld and Burnham, which are two Perthshire towns separated by the River Tay. Well, that was lunch at the Burnham Arts Centre, so we're just walking along the Burnham path now, which will take us down towards the Burnham Oaks, and then we're going to head into Dunkeld as well. The Burnham Oak and Sycamore are two incredible trees, the sycamore being the younger of the two at 300 years old, and the oak being around double that age. Both trees play an important part in the ecosystem of the surrounding area, being home to a wide variety of insects and providing food and shelter to many other creatures. Even cooler still, the bottom part of the oak's trunk is hollow, so you can actually venture inside provided you aren't bothered by all the cobwebs. And here is a size comparison between me and the two trees to give you some idea of scale. This is me and the oak, and this is me and the sycamore. Well, we have visited the trees, onwards to Dunkeld. Dunkeld itself was fairly busy with locals and tourists alike, all taking advantage of the amazing weather. We had a little wander about town and stopped in at Corbennick, which is a shopping cafe that sells a variety of things from greetings cards to Whole Foods. Afterwards, we made our way to the cathedral and sat down in the grounds for a bit. We also made a new friend here, who I think was probably just after food that we didn't have. So we're at Dunkeld Cathedral, and this is our friend. Look at its knees. They're so cute. Look at cute little knees. And after all of that, it was time to go home. We've just been back home for a spot of dinner, and now we're back out on the road again. We're going to go visit my brother, and then maybe if there's enough time, go through to Glenshee. There might not be enough time, but we'll see how it goes. So tell us about your new table, Cameron.
It's made by South Downs Creation.
Very nice.
It's pretty cheap. Well, not cheap.
Reasonably priced, you could say.
Reasonably priced, but the delivery is pretty quickly. Only the finest oak, £5 Yeah, that's it.
£5. I actually still have no idea how much that table costs. Anyway, Cameron and his partner have been doing a lot of work to their house. For example, they've built a window seat in the living room, and upstairs Cameron has just built and fit his new computer desk. He then used some of the leftover wood from that project to make a simple computer stand. A shelf is also meant to be going in above the desk, and Cameron is planning on getting a small amp to go in there somewhere too. Outside, lots of work has been done to spruce up the garden, like trimming treetops, building a little log shed, laying down mulch on the raised bed, and uncovering the stone path in front of the shed. And that rhymed. Honestly, their house is looking fantastic, and I'm really excited to see what they do with it next. After visiting Cameron, we realised we didn't actually have enough time to go into Glenshee, so we drove out to Backwater Reservoir, which supplies drinking water to Angus and parts of Perth and Kinross. So it's a little windy, you might not really be able to hear me all that well, but we're at Backwater Reservoir now, and it's just around 8 o'clock in the evening, and it's still really, really nice and light. Shows your Christmas socks. Oh, looking good, my man. On this particular day, Cameron and I took a trip out to Loch after a pit stop in Dunkeld for lunch. So this is Cameron's little truck. Do you want to say a word or two about your little truck?
I parked it too close to the fence.
Yeah,
So.
way too close. Loch of the Lows is a visitor centre and wildlife reserve run by the Scottish Wildlife Trust, most famous for being the nesting ground of ospreys. It's home to many other interesting creatures too, such as great crested grebes, fallow deer, golden-eyed ducks, and 3 different species of bats, and that is just to name a few. It cost us both £5 entry to the visitor centre and the Hides, but we ended up staying there for absolutely ages. I think we were there for around 2 hours, and that whole time we were just looking through the telescopes at the ospreys and all of the other birds out on the loch, and we were getting to speak to the other Twitchers who were there in the Hides and the staff, who all had some really, really interesting stories. On this weekend, Ben and I weren't really sure what to do, so we ended up going through to a food festival in Irvine, which was hosted by the Scottish Maritime Museum. The Ayrshire Classic Car Club had some cars out on display at the entrance, which were very cool, and there were some great food stalls. We ended up getting jerk jackfruit and a dumpling from the Regulicious food truck, and then headed into the Maritime Museum for a nosy around. Entrance was free on that day, which was an added bonus, as it's normally about, I think, £9 or so to get into the museum, and there were lots of stalls set up inside for the craft fair. The museum itself was very interesting, and it was fun to walk around and look at all of the bits and pieces of maritime history. Oh yeah, and there was this bell there, and I had to ring it, even though I think it's specifically there for children to use, but yeah, I thought it was fun. Do it.
Your turn.
Okay.
You got to say all aboard.
All aboard! Oh god, that's really loud. We ended our day with a nice walk back along the beach. The following day after the food festival, we went into Glasgow to go bouldering and visit our friend Gilbert, owner of many fabulous t-shirts.
Look at us.
Is that a video or a photo?
It's a video.
We took a walk out to Kelvingrove Park to play frisbee, and yeah, I don't think I'm particularly good at frisbee, but it was a lot of fun. Nice. Yeah.
Friendship.
We're just at Lochwinnoch now. We had a change of plans. We were going to go up Goatfell on Arran, but the ferries were cancelled. We don't really know when they'll get running again. It's some kind of engine problem. So yeah, we're here. We're gonna do something. Don't know what yet. I don't think any of us had been to Lochwinnoch before this trip, and the only thing that we knew about it was that there was an RSPB reserve that we could visit. The RSPB reserve is a short walk from the train station and is free to enter. There's a very nice gift shop in the centre, so you may struggle to keep a hold of your money. I did anyway. I came home with a really nice fridge magnet, and then I also gave a little donation to the centre as well. Afterwards, we took a walk into town to grab some lunch and ended up at the Junction Cafe. We arrived shortly before the kitchen was due to close, but the staff were very kind and let us order anyway. The food was fantastic, and I think the falafels in the wrap that I had were some of the nicest I've eaten. And that's it for the June and July vlog. My sources are linked below in the description box for you to check out if you want any more information on the Burnham Oak and Sycamore, Loch of the Louse, or the Lochwinnoch RSPB Reserve. If you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!